This video will be all about finding artistic inspiration, and my number one inspiration by far when it comes to art and painting is nature. Hi guys, this is Stephanie Swisher with Stephanie Swisher Art, and today I am going to do a video about inspiration. I see a lot of people on one of the painting Facebook pages, brand new people starting out, that talk about how they really don't know where to find inspiration for like what painting they should do. So I thought, well, hey, I'll do a little video. I find inspiration pretty much everywhere. Anywhere and everywhere, and I think you can too, even if you're just starting out. So stay tuned and let's find some inspirational stuff to paint. I grew up in a really small town in Kentucky. So for me, my inspirations are the things I grew up seeing and experiencing, like beautiful flowers and trees and, barn landscapes and rivers. So this is the side road leading to my mama and papa's house. It's very secluded out here, and I just loved it as a child, having all this wide open area to roam. I would literally, I was a kid in the 80s, and I would back then they just let you take little walks through the woods and, come back home a couple hours later. Stuff like that was normal. I'm gonna pull over here at the very edge so I can kind of walk down the big long driveway to the cabin. So already right here, as soon as I get out from the car, we have this beautiful tree. I love painting trees. This one I really like. It's got, some cool characteristics. I love the way that, these limbs are hanging down. I think something like having, doing the tree with, painting the tree with these limbs hanging down, that would really add some character to a painting. So already just stepped out of the car and great inspiration. Nature is probably, I would say, the vast majority of people's number one inspiration. I guess unless you're a portrait artist, then of course people are. But even a lot of times it's people in nature, so nature's huge. Look at this really cool tree here that my uncle, who he passed not too long ago, he planted this tree, and I'm not sure how he got it to he put some sort of ties on it or something to get them to lean this way. And I think that would also make a really cool painting, the way the trees are leaning. I think that makes some of the prettiest nature artwork, when you're painting something that is imperfect as opposed to perfect. Because a lot of times when we're painting, we're thinking, oh, I want to make this look perfect, but nature is not perfect, people are not perfect, and unless you're painting super realism or something, your paintings do not have to be perfect. Have some birds flying around. I actually can hear a woodpecker in the distance. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, so some more inspiration. I love the way that these leaves look on this tree. Such a cool little texture. Oh, you can hear the birds in there. Birds, absolutely love painting birds. I know that's, a huge inspiration for many artists. They're just so beautiful, interesting, they sound beautiful. Oh, it's a woodpecker. I hear it pecking the wood in here. I just can't see it. Oh, there's a big nest up there, I think. In that tree. I hear you, woodpecker. Woodpeckers are really pretty usually. I wish I could find it and get it in the video. Especially the ones that are like red, black, and white. They're gorgeous. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see her or not. Oh no, probably not. Do you see how pretty this is growing up the tree? Also, another great idea. The green foliage growing up the tree, I think makes a beautiful tree painting. So when I was growing up, right in here, all down through this fence row, there was tons of beautiful yellow March lilies, also known as daffodils. Here in Kentucky, we always call them March lilies, but I think a lot of people love those. So for me, you know, walking down through here, my main image in my mind is definitely that of daffodils. And daffodils, you know, be another great painting. I love all the sounds you'll hear here. Woodpeckers and birds chirping and the leaves rustling and crows calling. Cute little bird feeder. I hear another woodpecker. I like to get close-ups of things like, you know, simple things like the moss on a tree, because, you know, putting something, you know, as simple as putting moss on a tree could, you know, give your painting more characteristic, more of a story. Pretty little pine cone tree. I think pine cones are neat to paint. And pine trees. I love the way the little sharp needles look in a painting. This up here is the log cabin that my mama and papa lived in the whole time I was growing up. I spent a ton of time here and just loved it. Having all this free land to roam on. This cabin is currently in renovation. My sister is renovating it, and her husband. Here we have a beautiful magnolia tree. Love magnolia trees. The leaves are so interesting. They look almost like a fake leaf. They're so waxy and thick. So pretty. You have the different color variation of like how the back is like this brownish almost. You know, a good idea if you found, you know, inspiration, say in this magnolia tree, and you wanted to decide this is what you want to paint, you could take, you know, tear off some of the leaves and actually, you know, take it home with you. That way, as you're painting it, you have a visual right there in front of you to look at. Ah. I'm gonna try. Come on. Video myself. Kitty. Animals. Another great painting idea. Animals inspire us all, and everybody loves animals. It's like, I'm not sure if I want you to pet me. Yeah? Can I pet you? Here. Kitty. He's like, I kind of want you to pet me. I kind of don't want you to pet me. Pretty orange cat. I think orange cats are very pretty to paint because they usually have these really pretty green eyes or blue eyes. Ah, can I pet you? Yeah. Come on. Ah. Now I'll let you view some of the landscape, and then we will walk on down to where there are 2 ponds and check those out. I think the color of the green water against the kind of goldenish blonde color of the dead grass, that actually is very pretty. And then we have this tree that has fallen into the pond, and normally a lot of people will do pond paintings, but you don't always see something like maybe you could have a tree fallen in your pond, and it's making like some pretty reflections on the water. So like say right there would be a pretty picture, even painting I should say. And you can hear the leaves rustling. So that kind of goes back to what I was saying about, inspiration doesn't just have to be visual. Sometimes just the sound of like some leaves rustling can be inspirational. Here's just another pretty view of the water. Green is definitely my favorite color to paint with. And this has got like 4 different shades of green going on in the water, and I think that's just really pretty. I'll let you look at and listen to the rustling of the trees. And the way the sun is peeking through the limbs right there, I think that's really pretty. It's another painting idea. Love that sound. Getting a little cardio in. Here we are coming up on the second pond. This one is quite a bit bigger. My boys and husband come fishing in it sometimes. Once again, pretty green shades in the water. Oh, pretty birds singing. shadows of the tree limbs in the water. So where do you other artists find inspiration? If you happen to wander upon this video, leave a comment below and let me know some sources of your inspiration as well. I feel like for me, nature is definitely, nature and emotion are definitely my number one things I go to. I'm actually super excited because I have found some March lilies. I didn't think any were growing yet. They look a little rough, but they'll perk up. So there are always so many of these growing here. So March lilies are definitely a painting inspiration for me. And blackberries. I've actually never done a painting of blackberries, but my grandma and she had a big, huge blackberry bush, and we would always, during the summers, pick huge bowls of blackberries. Inspiration comes from so many places. It comes from literally the things you see, the beauty of nature, of people, of an expression on their face. It comes from emotions that you feel that bring up these images in your mind. It comes from past experiences you've had that bring up feelings and emotion and visuals in your mind. Inspiration comes in all different forms, not just visuals, but the things you smell, the things you taste. All of your five senses can come into play when you're trying to think of what you want to paint. It doesn't have to just be what you visually see with your eyes. It can be a feeling even. Thanks so much for coming along with me today. I definitely found some inspirational ideas, and hopefully you did as well. Give me a follow here on YouTube if you're interested in my artistic journey into starting my art business, more videos similar to this one, painting tutorials, and my work is sold on stephanieswisher.com. See you next time.